think Bamya, but like I said, in community tournaments, Ahmet's been getting the W, but this is not a community tournament. This is an official tournament. We'll see who can get the W here.
And it differs from person to person.
For sure.
Like, if this was Moonir, I wouldn't worry about the upset factor.
Yeah.
I don't think Moonir ever looks at PR or seed or any of that nonsense, right?
I don't even know if he looks at the game.
That's actually a good point. From interviews we've had with him, that is valid. But when it comes to other players who I haven't had this conversation with, there's also the factor of it's seed 29 versus 7, but he's like an up-and-coming seed who's doing better and better every event. Like, you could be the reason why his seed jumps up to his PR jumps up to the top 15 or top 12 or whatever, right? And so that pressure can come in through. So far, though, Bamya is looking untouchable in game number one. Using that scythe downer to bring Ahmet to the left side of the stage. Could take him down here with a D-Light recovery as well if he's able to get that execution off on the gauntlets.
Yeah, hasn't really been fishing for it just yet. Just going to go for the raw recovery right there on top of Ahmet. And like you said, we spent so much time talking up Ahmet, and Bamya's like, all right, well, I'm going to get the first stock while y'all be doing that
so
talking.
Bamya's in that trio of EU players that came through the community tournament pipeline, right, with Rain, Moonir, Bamya, who, like you said, has been playing really well. That being said, Ahmet made up for that damage deficit real quickly by not even having to do the damage to bring it to 2-2. Fantastic early knockout.
2 nairs and a weapon toss, but the weapon toss stuffed out a recovery, and it was just enough to keep Bamya from coming back to the wall.
Oh, nair, down air, doesn't get the side air on the jump. Ahmet ends up crossing him up, but falls down to that neutral light into the end sig. Bamya goes for that side air, just barely doesn't clip him. If that got, that was going to be the stock, and Bamya is right back to doing a ton of damage. I think Bamya's taken maybe like 80, 100 damage this entire game so far, as well as Ahmet's taken like close to near like 350.
Yeah, like Bamya's doing the classic, like build up all his damage, go for the finisher. It's a recovery. Nobody's surprised. But on the other side, Ahmet,
D-Light that time.
He needs the big offstage plays if he's gonna keep himself in this.
Yeah, and that's not something that you rely on. That's something that you get, like, depending on the quality of the game, I'd say you get one of those a game, if not a set, where like you can catch somebody off guard like that, and now that they know that you're going for it. But Ahmet's got to start getting these neutral wins, because so far Bamya is completely outclassing him in this gauntlet matchup. And then when it's onto the scythe, Ahmet's also having trouble getting in. Like, we haven't seen him get any solid gauntlet strings just yet, besides that one off stage. The sidelight into a whiff. Bamya's returning with his own little pokes here in the neutral light. So much more confidence from Bamya's movement in game number one here. But Ahmet finally gets him off the left side of the stage. Let's see if he gets the stock here. It could have been a lot better, but so far Bamya's he's hit him like 7 times.
Okay, that'll clean it up at least. Gets the recovery, gets it to final stocks. Ahmet, if he goes God mode, if he gets the off stage, he could get this one, but he's back onto the orb, and honestly speaking, I feel like his orb just hasn't been putting in any work.
Yeah, the gauntlets have, well, they've been the result of all the knockouts so far. Let's see if he can do something with it. Goes into the recovery here. No, okay. Bamya's not able to get that knockout. D-Light would be huge if he's able to get out the side of the stage, just kick him off, go for the edge guard. Nice juggles coming out from Ahmet, but that side air is almost going to knock out on its own. And now just a raw recovery from Bamya is probably going to be the deal. He could miss 10 of them, and it would be fine. Yeah. I don't really know how Orb's supposed to punish with recovery outside of a nair.
Okay, that side air can't afford too much more than that. Ahmet is getting so incredibly damaged. The neutral light is going to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know neutral light is like, it's been like over 1.5 years since it got nerfed. But every once in a while, I look at that move and I go, will that ever knock out? And it turns out, yeah.
Eventually.
Your damage is high enough. Okay. Signs of life from Ahmet coming out from that game number one. Very clearly in Bamya's favor. Let's see how game 2 plays out here. If we go to a stage with platforms, perhaps. I don't know if they went back to Demon Island or not. No, they're going to an even smaller stage with even less platform.
So looking at the numbers, though, Ahmet did put out more damage on the orb, 206 damage versus 104 on the gauntlets. But for me, it comes down to the damage taken on those weapons. He took 445 damage with an orb in hand versus 133 with the gauntlets.
Okay.
We'll see what the switch up is here in game number 2, because he's still sticking with his Petra, and right now it just hasn't been working against Bamya.
Yeah, and it doesn't really fit the narrative that I was setting up for him.
Oh, bro!
Jeez. Okay.
This is not Small Brawl Haven. That should not have happened, but it did.
Well, I mean, it's
double gauntlet recovery at the top.
It's as close as you get to Small Brawl.
Yeah.
But that was
it's like medium Brawl Haven.
I'm used to seeing that with Blaster's recovery, but
yeah,
is what it is. Ahmet going down to 2 stocks in a very quick fashion. And what was I saying? I was saying that, yeah, the narrative that I was setting up for Ahmet was like, wow, look at all these gauntlet legends. Your gauntlets are going to really work here. And now it's been 55 seconds, and that's 2 stocks gone down to Bamya's gauntlets. What was the lifetime head-to-head between these two?
In official events, 0-0.
0-0, okay.
So it's
this will be their first time. Yeah, Ahmet is meeting his match right now. Bamya has nared him 3 times. that's a lot of damage. Okay, nair recovery. I mean,
Nair puts him off stage.
Side sig here goes into the down
okay,
sig.
okay.
He
didn't get 3 stock.
Traded the 3 stock for style points and got ground pounded for it. So Ahmet's able to put a point onto the board. But I'm looking towards game 3 here. I don't know what you do.
I don't know what Ahmet's going to do, especially because, like, this game, too, unfortunately, like, we're, like, less than 2 minutes in, and it already feels like a wash. That means there's not going to be that much information Ahmet can get unless he plays really good on this final stock, but he's deep red. Like, he's already in the territory where a neutral light could pretty much finish him off.
Oh, a neutral air almost finishes him off, and that was unarmed. Yeah. Side air would definitely do it. Side light might do it, honestly. Down light would do it. Bamya's just got to hit 1 attack. Ahmet's playing very, very well defensively with the orb here, and I'm actually surprised Bamya's not like being a little more risk averse, right? Okay, he did the side light, but he didn't do the strong hit.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't.
I think it had to have been an accident.
It's like habit.
Okay, finishes the stock there. That was called about like 45 seconds into the game, but it took an extra 2 minutes for Bamya to take out the last stock. I'm seeing that Ahmet has the ability to play very well with a lead if he can get it. I think one of Orb's strengths is that as like one of the few zoning type weapons, like you can do like these like fadeaway down airs and stuff, right? It's very good at holding on to a lead. It looks like Ahmet's got that strategy ready to go, but Bamya is rushing him down so fast within the first few seconds of the game that like you can't play as if you have a lead if you're down 1 stock to 3. So I'm curious where we're going to be going here. Back to Demon Island for game number 3.
A little surprised. Small World's End was left on the board. That was obviously the map that we just played on where Bamya looked incredible.
And then Bamya picked
and he was like, no, Demon Island this time. I want a higher ceiling. I did you wrong, and that was unfair to you.
Double recovery. I mean, I guess like you can look at it as risk, whereas like Bamya's like, for being super strategic, you could say, I'm going to be knocking you out at the same point in time regardless. I'm the one at risk here of getting cheesed if I go to the smaller map. But also, Bamya could have just like picked whatever was on the screen first. It's good either way. Let's see what Ahmet's got in the tank here. Well, so far, these last 2 games, these 2 sets that we watched, I kind of looked at it and it's like it feels a little biased towards the winner. But also, I haven't really been seeing any of the evidence here to say that you can take it back.
Nice downlight side air there from Bamya. Puts Ahmet off stage. Ahmet, he's been holding on a little bit better here in game number 3. Sweat beating. Bounced off the stage. Doesn't have movement here. The nair. Yeah, he's going to get the wall touch. Going to get that reset.
Ooh, neutral light does go wide.
Weird.
All right. Ahmet makes it back.
Downlight down air. Unarmed. In 2025. He's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's that. Where does it land in terms of like the optimal follow-ups of downlight?
Pretty low, honestly. Like, downlight side air would have at least made a little bit more sense in my opinion.
Downlight side light might actually be even better.
Yeah.
Just because they had the fixed angle knockback. Either way, he's just holding down, just hitting his buttons.
Okay.
Nice job on side air.
Ooh, okay, went for the recovery there. Tried to mix him up. Oh,
that
this
might
could
just
be bad.
be it. He's going to wait. He's hovering around for that down air. Gets the nair, sends it back off stage. Ground pound here could finish it. Goes for side sig. Nice job from Ahmet fading away from the side sig. Then waiting for the dodge cooldown to get the directly horizontal dodge to the stage and gets the reversal there. That was the difference between being 3 stocks to 1 and now having an even game.
That had to have been like just superior mental timing on Ahmet's part, because if that dodge did not come up in time, that stock was gone.
Yeah, it's important that he didn't fast fall even while dodging that side sig. And luckily for him, he was able to do that. That neutral light will disarm him. Sends him flying to the left side of the stage. Good nair. Gets the chase dodge right afterwards. Yeah, those down airs are coming out like super quick out of like his hit lag, like the lag on the end of his whipped attack. So I wonder if he's just like using to get back to the ground. I don't know. Bamya's got, I think recovery would just knock out here at this point, right?
Yeah.
Without a down light.
Might need a little bit more just because, again, Demon Island sometimes has a weirdly high ceiling, but ooh, that whiff downlight and Bamya's going to get in there. Ground pound thrown out.
Ground pound. A little risky from Bamya. Ahmet's actually shown a lot of power in the reversals here on the whiffed edge guards, but that downer will catch Ahmet going off the left side of the stage. Bamya's got one more opportunity here. Ground pound goes for Nair.
He got the touch.
Did touch, but that weapon throw will seal the deal. Bamya is now one stock away from winning this 3-0. Match point, stock point.
Yeah, but this is I would say this is the most doable game on Ahmet's part. Like, he's built up a decent amount of damage here onto Bamya. Downlight, gravity cancel Lensig, not gonna quite do it. He's over to the gauntlets now, gonna need a recovery.
Ooh, neutralite hits. Bamya goes in for that downlight the other way. Doesn't get punished for it, and Ahmet's almost got the stock here. Gonna get the recovery. Oh, that's gonna be damage coming up from Bamya. The dodge forward, the side air hits. Ahmet does get it. Okay, Duke, like you said, it was the most doable game so far, and now I really believe it. It's 1-1. Ahmet's only got like 2 neutral interactions worth of damage on him. Lost, but Bamya is destroying him. Gravity cancel, unlight, and recovery. Oh man, right when Bamya picks up the scythe, it's like, look at how much damage he does. Side light and sig just barely dodged out of the way. That side sig was crazy. Ground pound connects, and that's going to be it. Bamya with the 3-0 over Ahmet. Another top 3 prediction goes down. Elimination side, not out of the bracket, but very quick faction. Bamya looking fantastic. I'm actually very excited for Skeldra Bamya. That looks like that's going to be a good set.
It's going to be good, for sure. It's going to be interesting, to say the least.